Here's the opening range recap for Thursday, October 20th. Looking at the S&P first, it is the easiest. First pivot hit was right here. Came down to the 50% retracement. If you bought it there for the 50% retracement trade, you could exit half position here, about $5 or 5 points, and then an additional 16 points here. So that would have been a nice trade there. The 25% and the 50% were winners, obviously. Pivot 2, the 25% and the 50% lost, making this third pivot hit a 25% most safe entry, which was a winning trade, worth 2.75 points. So for the S&P most safe trades, 2.75 points, which is just under $150. NQ first pivot hit was here. 25% won, the 50% just missed by a couple of points. Pivot 2 here was a win for the 25. The 50% has not won yet, nor has the next pivot happened. So technically, if it comes and hits this pivot up here, this would be a most safe 50% entry. However, we're after 11 a.m. at this point, so I wouldn't take it. So nothing on the NQ. Now, the more challenging one, I guess, is the Dow. And the reason for that is we'll go over the 25% first. So this, we needed, the first pivot hit was 30,654. If you look at the market here, it hit 652, so missed it by 2 ticks. Came down, the 50% is 606, so this diamond here basically, so right in this area, would be a 50% retracement. So came down, missed the entry by 2 ticks, came down, hit the 50%, and then you can see it took off. As we described, those are the type of good trades for the 50% retracement. And then it came up and hit the pivot too. So when it misses it by that close and then quote unquote does what it's supposed to do, I have pause on those particular days. So if you count this as a win here on the 25 and 50, then you wouldn't have this. You would have this particular entry, which would be a loss, and then you could enter the 25. But so that's an interesting thing. Officially, we're going to go based on official, but the official is going to look really good, even though realistically, at least in my opinion, you shouldn't be in these. But anyway, so officially, the 25% is a trade right here, and that is a loss. The next one here officially is a pivot here. This would be a most safe 25%, and that is also a loss. Now, the 1 minute before it, the pivot is at 37.49. This particular one misses it by 1 tick, comes down and hits the 25%. So if you had a 748 entry instead of a 749, you would have won a most safe entry there. So you missed it by 1 tick here, you missed it by 2 ticks here, you missed the entry by 1 tick here, which makes a difference. This means a win, this means a win, and so forth. Anyway, officially it's right here, so your most safe is a loss. You would triple up here for a 25% most safe in that one. So officially the record books are going to be 1 most safe loss on the 25%, 1 most safe win on the 25%, which breaks you even. Now, I say all that to say the reason for that is if we go to the 50%, and again, based on official, here's a win, here's a loss on the 50%, here's a loss on the 50%. So this would be a most safe entry on the 50%, which is worth 47 points, which is great. Pads the stats, and it's worth almost $250 per mini. But realistically, at least in my own trading, there's no way I'm taking that, because like I said, this one missed by 2 ticks for the 50%, so this would have been a win for the 50%. This would have been a loss. This would not have been a trade for the most safe 50%. So however you want to slice it, that's up to you. I try and be clear on these things, but officially in the record books, it's Dow made 47 points on the 50% most safe. I put an asterisk by it, and there'll be an asterisk by it at the end of the month when I do the monthly review. But those are the statistics, so officially is what we go based on. So hopefully it was helpful. Have a good one. Talk to you tomorrow.